Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Full-Time Hustler Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Feemster, and I'm thrilled to have you join us for this enlightening journey into the heart of entrepreneurship. If you're new here, let me give you a quick rundown of what we're all about. The Full-Time Hustler Podcast aims to debunk the myths of startup culture. We offer a real-world look into the trials and triumphs of early-stage ventures. We engage in insightful dialogues with founders, investors, and private lenders. We also give you the inside scoop on innovative software and apps designed to propel your business forward. Our mission is to help you discover strategies for raising capital, whether it's from friends and family, private lenders, crowdfunding, or bootstrapping. You can listen to us on Spotify and view our episodes on YouTube. Today, we're diving into a topic that has been the subject of much debate and discussion: the gig economy. Is it a threat or an opportunity? We'll explore from multiple angles, providing you with long and concrete examples, and even throwing in some percentages to give you a full picture. So, grab your notebook, sit back, and let's get started. So what exactly is the gig economy? At its core, the gig economy is an economic system where temporarily flexible jobs are commonplace, and companies tend to hire independent contractors and freelancers instead of full-time employees. But it's more than just a buzzword. It's a shift in how we think about work and employment. In the gig economy, the traditional employer-employee relationship is replaced by a client-service provider relationship. This change has been facilitated by technological advancements, which have made it easier to match service providers with clients. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and Uber serve as intermediaries, connecting people who offer services with those who need them. According to a study by Upwork, 30% of U.S. workers are involved in the gig economy. That's more than one-third of the workforce. It's a model that offers unparalleled flexibility, but also comes with its own set of challenges, which we'll delve into later in this podcast. Let's delve deeper into the advantages of the gig economy. The first and most obvious benefit is flexibility. You get to choose when and where you work. A study showed that 70% of freelancers chose this path primarily for the flexibility it offers. The flexibility extends beyond just work hours. It also allows you to choose the kind of work you do and who you work for. Another advantage is the diversity of opportunities. You're not tied to a single employer, which means you can explore different industries and roles. You can be a writer today, a social media manager tomorrow, and a virtual assistant the day after. This diversity not only keeps your work life interesting, but also allows you to build a varied portfolio, making you more marketable. Additionally, the gig economy can serve as a stepping stone for those looking to start their own business. It offers a low-risk environment to test your skills, build a client base, and even experiment with pricing models. In essence, it's entrepreneurship with training wheels. Now, let's flip the coin. While the gig economy offers numerous advantages, it's essential to be aware of the downsides. One of the most significant challenges is the lack of job security. Unlike traditional employment, gig work doesn't guarantee a steady income, and there are no employment benefits like health insurance or retirement plans. Another issue is the potential for exploitation. Since gig workers are often classified as independent contractors, they lack many of the legal protections that employers enjoy. This can lead to situations where workers are underpaid or mistreated with little recourse. Additionally, the gig economy can be isolating. The lack of traditional workplace means fewer opportunities for social interaction, which can lead to feelings of loneliness and disconnection. So is the gig economy a threat or an opportunity? The answer is it's both. It's a threat if you're not prepared for the challenges it brings, such as income instability and lack of benefits. But it's an opportunity if you leverage its advantages like flexibility and diverse opportunities. To give you a more concrete understanding of what it's like to work in the gig economy, let's look at some real-life stories. Sarah, a freelance graphic designer. Sarah transitioned from a full-time job to freelancing to have more time for her family. While she enjoys the flexibility, she admits that the irregular income can be stressful. She mitigates this by having multiple clients and setting aside a financial cushion for lean months. Example 2, David, an Uber driver. David started driving for Uber to supplement his income from a traditional job. He enjoys the social interaction and the extra money, but notes that the wear and tear on his car and the lack of benefits are downsides. And lastly, Emily, a remote customer service representative. Emily works for a company that offers a customer service solutions. She loves the freedom to work from anywhere, but mentions that the lack of social interaction and the need to handle her own taxes are challenges she has to navigate. These stories highlight the diversity of experiences in the gig economy, showing both the opportunities and the challenges that come with this type of work. Next, let's speak about the role of technology. Technology is not just a facilitator in the gig economy, it's a game changer. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer have democratized access to opportunities, allowing people from all walks of life to participate in the gig economy. According to a survey, 52% of gig workers find their jobs through online platforms. But it's not just about job discovery, it's also about job management. Project management tools like Asana and Trello, communication platforms like Slack and Zoom, and invoicing software like FreshBooks and QuickBooks have made it easier for freelancers to manage their work and interact with clients. These tools have essentially leveled the playing field, allowing individual freelancers to operate with the same efficiency as small businesses. Moreover, emerging technologies like blockchain are starting to play a role in ensuring more transparent and secure transactions. Smart contracts can automate payment processes, making it easier for freelancers to get paid on time. It's crucial to consider the legal and ethical aspects of gig work. For instance, are gig workers employees or independent contractors? This classification has significant implications for taxes and benefits. A landmark case in California, known as AB5, aimed to classify gig workers as employees, thereby providing them with benefits. However, the law faced backlash and led to Proposition 22, which exempted some companies from classifying their workers as employees. What does the future hold for the gig economy? Well, it's not going anywhere. According to a report, the gig economy is expected to grow at a rate of 17% annually, reaching a market size of 455 billion by the end of 2023. But it's not just about the numbers, it's also about the evolving nature of work itself. Technology will continue to play a significant role, with AI and automation likely to create new kinds of gig opportunities while making some existing ones obsolete. For example, while AI might take over data entry jobs, it could create roles for people to manage and interpret AI outputs. Moreover, as society becomes more accustomed to remote and flexible work, especially in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, the gig economy will likely become even more integrated into our daily lives. We may see more hybrid models where people combine traditional employment with gig work to create a more balanced, fulfilling work life. The COVID 19 pandemic has had a profound impact on the gig economy. On the one hand, it led to a surge in demand for delivery drivers and remote freelancers. According to a report, the demand for delivery services increased by a staggering 200% during the initial months of the pandemic. On the other hand, those in the gig economy who relied on in person services, like rideshare drivers and event planners, saw a significant decline in opportunities. The gig economy is a global phenomenon impacting labor markets around the world. In countries like India and the Philippines, the gig economy has become a vital source of income for many. A study showed that in India, 40% of urban unemployment is now generated through gig work. This is particularly significant in developing countries where traditional employment opportunities may be limited. However, the challenges are universal. Lack of social security, employment benefits, and income stability are issues that gig workers face worldwide. In some countries, the regulatory environment is still catching up, leading to a lack of legal protections for gig workers. Interestingly, cultural attitudes toward gig work also vary. In some societies, freelance or gig work is seen as less prestigious than traditional full time employment, which can impact social perceptions and even policy decisions. Unions and associations are starting to play a more significant role in the gig economy. They aim to provide a collective voice for gig workers, advocating for better pay and working conditions. For instance, the Freelancers Union in the United States has over 490,000 members and offers benefits like health insurance and legal assistance. The psychological impact of gig work is a topic that deserves more attention. While the freedom and flexibility can be liberating, they can also lead to feelings of isolation and stress. According to a study, 38% of gig workers reported experiencing higher levels of stress compared to traditional employees. But why is this the case? Firstly, the uncertainty of income can lead to financial stress. Not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from can be mentally taxing. Secondly, the lack of social interaction that often comes with remote gig work can lead to feelings of loneliness and isolation. However, it's not all negative. Many gig workers report a sense of empowerment and control over their lives that traditional employment doesn't offer. The key is to find balance and take proactive steps to manage your mental health, such as setting up a routine, taking time off, and seeking social interactions, even if they're virtual. The environmental impact of the gig economy is a double edged sword. On the one hand, the rise of food delivery services and ride sharing has led to an increase in emissions from delivery vehicles. According to a report, delivery services alone contributed to a 5% increase in urban emissions in the past year. On the other hand, the gig economy offers eco friendly opportunities. Remote work reduces the need for commuting, thereby lowering your carbon footprint. Some platforms are even taking steps to become more sustainable. For example, rideshare companies are increasingly incorporating electric vehicles into their fleets. So while the gig economy does pose some environmental challenges, it also offers a framework that could lead to a more sustainable work practices in the future. Social inequality in the context of the gig economy is a complex issue. While the gig economy offers opportunities for many, it can also exacerbate social divides. Those with specialized skills and higher education are more likely to benefit from high paying gigs, while those with fewer qualifications may find themselves stuck in low paying, unstable jobs. A report found that 30% of low income gig workers rely on gig work as their primary source of income, often without benefits or job security. But it's not just about income, it's also about access to opportunities. For example, those without reliable internet access or the latest technological tools may find it challenging to compete in a digital first gig economy. Moreover, there's a gender gap to consider. Studies have shown that women in the gig economy often earn less than their male counterparts, echoing broader societal inequalities. Taxes are a complex issue for the gig workers, and it's crucial to understand your responsibilities. As an independent contractor, you're responsible for handling your own taxes, including income tax and self employment tax. But it's not just about paying taxes, it's also about understanding the deductions you can claim. Expenses like home office costs, equipment, and even certain travel expenses can often be deducted, reducing your taxable income. Some freelancers opt to work with a tax professional to ensure they're taking advantage of all possible deductions and credits. There are also software options like TurboTax and H&R Block that offer specialized services for freelancers and gig workers. Remember, failing to comply with tax regulations can result in penalties, so it's often better to be proactive and well informed. Let's speak of the role of government and policy. Government and policy play a significant role in shaping the gig economy, and their impact can be both positive and negative. On the positive side, some cities have implemented minimum wage laws for rideshare drivers, providing a safety net for those in lower paying gigs. There are also discussions around offering portable benefits that gig workers can carry from job to job. However, there are challenges as well. Regulatory frameworks are often slow to adapt to the rapidly evolving gig economy. For instance, the classification of gig workers as independent contractors rather than employees has been a point of contention, affecting workers' access to benefits like healthcare and retirement plans. As the gig economy continues to grow, it's crucial for policymakers to strike a balance between promoting innovation and ensuring worker protections. Let's discuss the impact on traditional employment. The rise of the gig economy naturally leads us to question its impact on traditional employment models. Some argue that the flexibility and autonomy of gig work could make traditional 9 to 5 jobs less appealing, especially to younger generations who value work life balance. However, it's essential to note that traditional employment offers benefits that the gig economy often doesn't, such as health care, paid leave, and job security. Some experts believe that the future of work may involve a hybrid model where people engage in both traditional employment and gig work to maximize both security and flexibility. Moreover, companies are also adapting by offering more flexible working arrangements and even incorporating gig like project based roles within their organizational structures. So rather than replacing traditional employment, the gig economy may actually be influencing it to evolve. Let's talk about some tips for thriving in the gig economy. So, you're interested in diving into the gig economy, or perhaps you're already in it and looking to maximize your success. Either way, thriving in this landscape requires a unique set of skills and strategies. Let's delve into some tips that can help you navigate the gig economy more effectively. Number one, diversify your income streams. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Work on multiple projects or gigs simultaneously to ensure a more stable income. Diversification can also make your work more interesting and help you build a varied skill set. Number two, build a strong portfolio. Your portfolio is your calling card. Make sure it showcases your best work and is updated regularly. Platforms like Behance or even a personal website can serve as a portfolio. Third, networking. In the gig economy, who you know can be just as important as what you know. Utilize social media, attend industry events, and don't hesitate to ask satisfied clients for referrals. Fourth, set clear boundaries. When you're your own boss, it's easy to overwork. Make sure to set clear work life boundaries to avoid burnout. Use tools like time trackers to manage your work hours effectively. And fifth, understand your worth. Knowing how to price your services is crucial. Research the market rates for your skills and don't be afraid to negotiate. Remember, you're not just charging for the time spent on a project, but also for your expertise and the value you bring. Sixth, legal and financial planning. Make sure you have contracts in place for all your gigs. This not only protects you legally, but also sets clear expectations with the client. On the financial side, consider working with an accountant who specializes in freelancers or gig workers to help you navigate taxes and deductions. Seventh, continuous learning. The gig economy is ever evolving, and staying updated with industry trends and skills is essential. Consider taking online courses or attending workshops to keep your skills sharp. And lastly, self care. Last but not least, take care of yourself. Exercise, eat well, and make time for activities that bring you joy. A healthy body and mind are your greatest assets in any form of work, including gig work. By implementing these 8 steps, you can not only survive in the gig economy, but truly thrive, turning challenges into opportunities for growth and success. Let's talk about top industries for gig economy. Before we move on to listener questions, let's delve into some specifics about the gig economy that you'll find incredibly useful. First up, the top industries. The gig economy has permeated various sectors, but some are more prominent than others. According to recent data, the top industries for gig work include: first, technology and software development. Coding, web development, and software design are highly sought after skills. Second, creative services. This includes writing, graphic design, and video editing. And third, healthcare. Telehealth services and freelance nursing are on the rise. Fourth, education and tutoring. Online courses and tutoring services are increasingly popular. Last but not least, transport and logistics. Rideshare and delivery services continue to be significant players in the gig economy. Next, let's talk about the skills that can make you a standout gig worker. The gig economy values versatility and specialization, so here are the top skills you might consider acquiring. First, digital marketing. These include SEO, content marketing, and social media management. Second, data analysis. Companies are always looking for insights to drive their decision making. Project management. Being able to manage projects from start to finish can set you apart. Customer service. Excellent communication and problem-solving skills are always valuable. Last but not least, technical skills such as coding, web development, and software proficiency can open many doors. Next, let's discuss prices and rates. One of the most challenging aspects of gig work is determining how much to charge for your services. Rates can vary widely depending on the industry, skill level, and even geographical location. However, platforms like Upwork and Glassdoor offer insights into average rates for various gigs, which can serve as a useful tool and starting point. Remember, your rate should not only cover your time, but also the cost of running your freelance business, including taxes and benefits. Next, let's discuss platforms to use for the gig economy. Let's discuss the crucial aspect of the gig economy and the platforms that facilitate it. There are numerous platforms out there, each catering to different skills and industries. Knowing which platform aligns with your skills can give you a significant advantage. Here are some of the popular platforms and their niches. Upwork, a generalist platform that caters to a wide range of skills from writing and graphic design to software development marketing. Fiverr, known for creative and digital services like writing, graphic design, and video editing. It's also expanding into other areas like business consulting. TopTool. This platform is for the top 3% of freelance talent in software development, finance, and project management. Freelancer. Another generalist platform, but tends to have more entry-level opportunities, making it suitable for those who are new to freelancing. 99 Designs. As the name suggests, this platform is specifically for designers. If you're into graphic design, this is the place to be. TaskRabbit. This platform is for manual labor and tasks like moving, cleaning, and handyman services. Tutor.com. If you're into education and tutoring, this platform connects you with students in need of academic help. By choosing the right platform, you can target gigs that best match your skills and expertise, increasing your chances of success in the gig economy. Let's talk about some listener questions. We've received a plethora of questions from our listeners about the gig economy, and we're excited to address some of them today. First question: how do I deal with the lack of job security in the gig economy? The answer to that question is one approach is to diversify your income streams. Don't rely solely on a single client or platform. Also, consider setting up an emergency fund to cover expenses during lean periods. The next question: are there any platforms you recommend for finding gig work? The answer is, as we've discussed, the platform you chose will depend on your skills and industry. Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer are good starting points, but don't overlook industry-specific platforms related to your skill set. Next question: how do taxes work for gig workers? The answer: taxes can be complex for gig workers since you're considered an independent contractor. You'll need to set aside money for taxes and may have to make quarterly payments. It's advisable to consult a tax professional for personalized advice. Next question: is the gig economy only for young people? The answer: absolutely not. The gig economy is for anyone who values flexibility and diverse opportunities. In fact, many retirees are entering the gig economy to supplement their income and stay active. Next question: how do I set my rates? Answer: setting rates is a nuanced process that involves considering your skill level, the industry standard, and your operating costs. Platforms like Glassdoor can offer insights into average rates, but it's also beneficial to consult with peers in your industry. So let's summarize the gig economy: threat or opportunity. We've covered a lot of ground today, exploring various facets of the gig economy, from its definition to its impact on society, the environment, and even our mental health. So let's circle back to the question that has been the central theme of this episode. Is the gig economy a threat or an opportunity? The answer, as we've discovered, is not black and white. The gig economy presents both challenges and opportunities, and its impact can vary depending on individual circumstances, skill sets, and even geographical location. On the opportunity side, the gig economy offers unparalleled flexibility, a wide range of job opportunities, and the chance to be your own boss. It democratizes work, allowing people from all walks of life to earn income in ways that were not possible a decade ago. However, it also poses threats such as income instability, lack of benefits, and potential for social inequality. These challenges are real and can have significant impact on the quality of life for those who are not prepared. So, is the gig economy a threat or an opportunity? The answer is it's both. It's an evolving landscape that offers exciting possibilities, but also comes with its own set of challenges that need to be navigated carefully. Your experience in the gig economy will largely depend on how well you can leverage its advantages while mitigating its risks. Before we sign off, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all our listeners for tuning in to today's episode of the Full Time Hustler podcast. Your support means the world to me, and we're thrilled to have you as part of our community. If you found today's topic insightful, please don't hesitate to engage with us. Leave your comments, share the episode with your network, and give us a rating on Spotify or YouTube. Your feedback helps us create content that is most relevant to you. And if you have any topics of interest you'd like us to cover in future episodes, or if you're interested in being a guest speaker on the show, we'd love to have you. Reach out to us through our social media channels or drop us an email. Once again, thank you for being part of the Full-Time Hustler community. Together, let's redefine our entrepreneurial success stories. And that concludes our episode for today. Until next time, keep hustling.